Are you ready for the Blackout Part 2?
Come to this Blackout ready to have fun.
In July 16th in Atlanta, Georgia.
It's almost time for the Blackout. Hey, is you ready for the Blackout? Hey.
Hey, what's up, rock stars? It's Rocks with a little bit of talk about what's at the top of the blogs. Let's get to it. First things first, you guys, before we get to the news and the gossip, gotta talk about the Blackout. That's right, y'all. You're gonna hear about it more and more. Blackout 2016 is in full effect. It's gonna be taking place out here in Atlanta, July 15th and 16th. We're going to Six Flags. We're going to the Crow's Nest. It's going to be, you already know, a stone cold groove. It seems like I just turned around and the date is already here. I mean, we are at countdown mode now, almost a month away, just a little bit over a month away. And I'm excited. I'm excited to meet all the new rock stars that will be coming, the ones that were there last year. We had a really good time. I'm sure you guys remember. I am so off today. Anyway, getting back to the Blackout, it's going to be myself, it's going to be Ashley, it's going to be Pretty PR Chick, it's going to be Jamal, Jamal 84, I'm trying to think of his name, DJ's World, Kevin from the Scorpion Show, Candy from Sweet Addictions TV, Miss PTV, much love from Kentucky, and if I forgot some, I never can remember all the names, but those are some of the names that'll be there and even more. So yeah, y'all come on down. We're gonna have a get down good time, and I'm looking forward to it. So what you need to do is just get your tickets now. Quit fucking around and wait until the last minute, you guys. You can get them through PayPal. I'm gonna put the email address of where you can, of what email address you'll need to use, and then the ticket is sent to you. $25. Already have your ticket in hand. All you got to do is get up on that morning and take it on down to the Crow's Nest, y'all. So make sure you get your tickets. They are on sale now, so let's get to the video. First story up, Stanford University swimmer by the name of Brock Turner was raping a girl behind a dumpster in an alley, and two witnesses came upon him, stopped him, and he was arrested for the attack. The prosecutors was trying to get 6 years for this rape, and in the court case, 2 letters were read. One from the victim, who explained how she was completely drugged and did not even know she had been raped. She was at a fraternity party, she had been drinking, and then she couldn't remember anything until she woke up in the hospital and they had told her that she had been raped. She went on to explain how devastating though that news was, and how she had to do the rape exam, and how just how horrible that was, and how it's completely changed her life, ruined her life. And this was a 12-page letter that was read in court. Also, there was a letter read from the suspect's father. The father said that he wanted the judge to go easy on his son because, this whole ordeal has changed his son. He will never be a happy-go-lucky person that always had a bright smile. He went on to say that the boy is consumed with fear and worry and anxiety, and a steep sentence would be a big price to pay for, quote, 20 minutes of action, unquote. You already see right there the mindset of the suspect and his father. And evidently the judge took into consideration exactly what that father said and came down with a very light sentence. He was sentenced to 6 months in jail and 3 years probation after being convicted of 3 felonies. And those felonies were intent to commit rape of an intoxicated/unconscious person, penetration of an intoxicated person, and penetration of an unconscious person. Judge Aaron Persky is the one who came down with this verdict and said that a prison sentence would have a severe impact on him and he was not a danger to others. And just reading all of that is enough to piss you the fuck off, right? I mean, what judge completely ignores what the victim went through and worries more about the young man who raped her, says that, he doesn't need to be in jail that long because it would ruin his life. Really? So many people were very upset about that. There is a petition on change.org where they're trying to get the judge recalled. And the petition says Judge Persky failed to see the fact that Brock Turner is a white male star athlete at a prestigious university does not entitle him to leniency. He also failed to send the message that sexual assault is against the law regardless of social class, race, gender, or other factors. I think that it is downright ridiculous that this judge even came out of his mouth with the shit that he said. That he was not a threat to others. He's fucking raping an unconscious girl in the back of a damn dumpster in an alley. It's just so many things that you can say about this. It just makes you shake your head and wonder. But you also realize that white privilege is very much in effect these days. Okay, now there is a rape culture down in Stanford. They're not making much news about it, but when I was researching the story today, they said that Stanford has had a reported rape every 2 weeks for the past 3 years leading up to Brock Turner. Okay, so since 2012, they've been dealing with pretty much a rape every 14 days. And that's crazy. Of course, the college is trying to distance itself from the bad PR with this case, saying that, they made sure that they looked out for the victim, offered her their support, and that the boy that was being said to rape her, that he was not allowed on the campus, and the investigation went forward as soon as it was reported to them, and yada, yada, yada. So it's a whole bunch of problems here, just a whole bunch of problems, but the worst thing of all is that the victim, to me, absolutely gets no type of vindication for all of the things that she went through, okay, and that we're protecting this boy. Yeah, I'm pissed off about that boy, but man, I'm telling you, that judge needs to get the fuck up out of that seat. The prosecutors are not trying to call for him to be pulled out of his seat. And I don't know if this petition, they say it's over 150,000 signatures. I don't know if these petitions make any changes, but that's concerning. That is concerning. Okay, the boy that's going to jail now, he's going to be in protective custody for those 6 months because they don't want to put him in general population, but they believe he will get the hell beat out of him. So it's just protection all the way around. In the meantime, this girl has to live her life, knowing that a guy that raped her and did all this to her is really being protected by the system. It's frustrating, you guys. It's frustrating, but it's par for the course. Women are so not protected these days. I don't even feel like getting into all of that. I just wanted to tell you guys that story. And yeah, I don't have much sympathy for the Brock Turners of the world or the Judge Perskys of the world. I hope something bad happens to them. Is that terrible to say? I mean, that's just kind of how I feel today, you guys. Tell me what you think about that, though. You guys, next story, Hillary Clinton. Congratulations. She is now the first woman to be the presumptive Democratic nominee. Okay, she will be officially running for president against Donald Trump. I know that the Democratic convention is coming up, and feel the burn. Bernie Sanders does not want to pull out because he feels like, I don't know if Bernie been watching too many fucking episodes of House of Cards, or if he knows something that we don't, okay? Bernie is not willing to let it go, even though it's all but obvious that he's not going to win. But I guess Bernie has a feeling that some of the superdelegates will flip and vote for him. At this point, everybody is calling for him to pull out of the race, and Bernie does not want to do that. I mean, guess we, give him the fist pump of righteousness for not calling it quits. But, people are saying that it is separating the Democratic Party when everybody should be concentrating now on the matter at hand, which is beating that fool-ass Donald Trump. They're saying that President Obama is going to be meeting with Bernie Sanders today to try to get him to change his mind, so that we can put all of our all of our force behind Hillary Clinton. I'm proud of her. You guys know I always say that I love when a woman is doing it. I think that she is going to represent us well. I mean, what the fuck else do we have a choice to? I mean, what else do you have the choice? Either you're going to vote for Hillary or you're going to vote for Donald Trump. you know, people saying, oh, I'm not going to vote at all. You know, that to me, that's just making the matter worse. Yeah, it's work to be done. I'm interested in finding out who is going to be her running mate. I have absolutely no clue who she might pick, so that'll be interesting to see. And Donald Trump, of course, you guys, we cannot let him get into that office. Cannot. He had a bad week. He did have a bad week with that whole situation with the judge, you know, and him saying that that judge couldn't be partial because of his heritage, you know, that he wouldn't be fair because he was Mexican, and I think he was Mexican, you know, and that, you know, he would rule not in favor of Donald Trump because of that, you know. So that wasn't good. To me, I was just like, now what does this make this any worse than all the other shit that Donald Trump has said? I mean, he said some horrible things this whole time. All of a sudden, everybody's mad because he said that a judge couldn't be partial. But I mean, whatever works. I'm just saying, I don't want to see Donald in there at all. Okay, so yeah, congratulations to Hillary Clinton. These next few months is gonna be interesting, y'all. I hope you put your bootstraps on. But go Hillary Clinton. Sincere rest in peace to Muhammad Ali, who died earlier this week from complications of Parkinson's disease. He had been fighting that fight for quite some time. We knew him as the heavyweight boxer of the world. Okay, he was the fighter back in the 1960s and 70s, fought in the Olympics and won the gold medal. He converted over to the Islamic faith and became a member of the Nation of Islam, and that was when he changed his name to Muhammad Ali. During that time, the racial climate in the United States was at a low. Of course, that was during the Civil Rights Movement. The draft was in action, and they were trying to send him over to Vietnam. He wouldn't go because he felt like the United States didn't stand up for him as a black man. Why would he go over to Vietnam and shoot people he don't even know? So he refused to go. That cost him his title and his sport. He was not allowed to box anymore. They sentenced him to 5 years in jail. I don't know how long he was actually in jail, but I know that he was not able to fight, and that was during his prime. So when he finally was able to fight again, you know, had a series of, well, he lost, I think, against Frazier, and then he won a couple of more fights, and then he went on to, you know, fight George Foreman in the jungle, Rumble in the Jungle and all, and kept on fighting and kept on fighting. I think he ended up retiring somewhere in the beginning of the 80s. People were saying that he probably waited too long to retire because of the Parkinson's disease. You know, they always thought that the Parkinson's disease was a result of, you know, continuous head trauma. But now I'm reading that Muhammad Ali, his doctors and even his family all believe that he didn't really get Parkinson's disease from fighting, and that he actually probably had the onset of Parkinson's disease a lot earlier than, you know, the rest of the world knew, that we knew. And it might have just been a genetic disorder that he inherited, that he was born with it. But anyway, very sad, because Muhammad Ali is just a man that, you know, nobody is saying that he's perfect, but definitely was a person that we all knew and loved and respected for the fact that he stood up for what he believed in, and that his continuous cause was for the betterment of black people, and then for just the betterment of the people as a whole. I was sad when I found out that he died. I woke up, I think that was Saturday morning, and I read the news, and I was just like, wow, that's just, I mean, we've lost so many good people this year. It's just been crazy, actually. I believe his funeral is today. And he's going to be laid to rest in his hometown of Louisville, Kentucky. So, rest in peace, Cassius Clay, always known as Muhammad Ali. Interview Bobby Brown did with Robin Roberts for 2020 the other night. Did you watch it? I did watch it, and I actually thought the interview was good. When you look at Bobby Brown, it's very sad to see. You can see that life has dealt him a difficult hand. And while he's not down and out, he's been down for quite some time. I'm sure he still has his struggles. He said that he still does drink, but he has been clean from drugs for some 12 or 13 years. So, I mean, I think that is baby steps, obviously. But other than that, the interview was good. I don't know if we found out anything new, because a lot of the story we've already heard. But just to hear it from his own mouth, him saying that he and Whitney could have done better with Bobby, little Bobby Christina, that it was a wild time. The reality show they probably shouldn't have done, but I mean, that reality show made me love Bobby and Whitney even more, even though it was kind of a train wreck, but there was some golden moments from that show. But anyway, I was fine with the interview. I thought he was reflective. I thought that he was not trying to turn away or not be responsible for all of the bad things that has happened in him, Whitney's and Bobby's life. Just sad, though. Just sad to see. I mean, you guys, Bobby Brown was a big, big, big deal. He was able to pull Whitney Houston. There are streets in Atlanta named after Bobby Brown. A street! And he was a singer. So just to let you know the impact that Bobby Brown had on the world at a time, and for him to get to the place where he is now is just, is sad. But he has a book that's coming out. People are kind of upset about the fact that it's a tell-all. It's called Every Little Step, I believe. My Story. Is that what it's called? Yeah. Every Little Step, My Story. Okay, by Bobby Brown. Talking about his life. Okay, the crazy moments of being Bobby Brown, the superstar, his relationships with known names. Talks about Whitney Houston being a bisexual, which I think we all knew, even though people still don't want to admit it, and that she fooled around with Tupac, and something about him kicking Janet Jackson naked out of a hotel room. Just a whole bunch. And I think I probably believe it. Like, I keep on saying people don't realize how big he was at one time. So, if he had to really tell the story, I mean, he doesn't really have to tell the story, but it's his life. It's his story to tell. It just kind of sucks that other people are not going to be seen in the best light. But, I mean, I'm fine with it. But I understand why people are upset that the book is coming out. But, so y'all let me know what you thought about the interview if you watched it. Do you plan on reading the book? The book seems like it would be an interesting read to me. Y'all let me know if you're gonna read the book. I think I might actually read it. Oh shit, I'm in my earring. Anyway, you guys, full of fucking niggatry on Love and Hip Hop. Seems like this week has been a whole bunch of carrying on. First, of course, with Stevie J and Jocelyn and them going back and forth in the media, on the blogs, on Instagram, about problems in the marriage, okay? And I guess I'd use the word marriage loosely because Stevie J says that they've never been married. Jocelyn is still holding to that lie. We all know that they're not married because nobody has ever been able to come up with any kind of marriage license. She's still saying that she was a faithful wife to him and that he did all of this and that she has proof that he's gay, that he watches gay porn, and she has proof, and it's gonna be a lie detector, and he's not right. He talks about it. I mean, just all this, you guys. She's on interviews and he goes back and says something to her, kind of threatens her to watch her mouth, and then she goes on a rampage on Instagram and says she's just gonna put it all out there at the reunion. Okay, keeps on mentioning the reunion, kind of makes you feel like, oh, this is all for the reunion. Stevie J and Jocelyn have a history of staying quiet until the show is on, and then that's when all of their mess comes out. Now that the reunion is amongst us, now here we go with all this. So I don't really know what to believe. I do believe that the two are not together anymore. I do believe that they never were married. All the rest of that's mixed in with all of that. Okay, all it's telling me is that Jocelyn is going to be on the rampage at that fucking reunion, and I guess we need to watch out for her, but fuck. It looked like it's going to be quite a bit of mess going on at that reunion. So, I mean, we don't need all of this to amp us up because, honey, we here for it. I'm waiting to see what Miss Tommy do, too. So, that's that. They're broken up. Another Love and Hip Hop couple that's breaking up is Tammy and Waka Flocka Flame. Sad, like I already told you guys. I wanted it to work, but in retrospect, when you look back, that boy was never ready to get married. It was kind of like she was proving a point to everybody, but Waka has had his issues with the women. I've talked about Waka quite a bit in my Top of the Blogs, of different chicks saying that they had been fucking him. So I think Tammy was really trying to stick in there, you know, stick it out and all, but you know, it just got to the point where Waka was disrespectful in his cheating, didn't even seem to care. I mean, I even had my really good girlfriend that I buy my jewelry from even had some good tea, and she wanted me to mention it, and I was just like, you know what, I am not going to be a part of the pulling apart of that marriage. I'm not going to say nothing about the tea. But Waka is just disrespectful to Tammy, and he says things and he does things, and he allows himself to be portrayed in a certain type of light, and just makes me feel like he doesn't care. He does not care. That right there means that you just should have never got married to that girl. Tammy has looked continuously stupid at the hands of Waka. I mean, you know, Simone Patton, that's Chief Keef's baby mama, she taunts that girl all the time, even after it came out that her and Waka had broken up. You know, Simone Patton says, you know, puts a post up, a picture of her and Waka, and says she had a good time with him over the weekend or some shit like that. And I would just like to think that niggas can control their side hoe, and if you can't control the side hoe, then that's the bitch you don't need to be with, okay? Because everybody needs to know their place. And the fact that Simone just keeps on just saying and doing whatever the fuck she wants, and he keeps going back, right there lets you know. Okay, Tammy girl, sometimes you just gotta cut your losses. You're a beautiful girl. You seem sweet enough. I'm sure you'll be able to find somebody. I wonder what Deb Adney feels. I wonder how she feels about, because it's clear that she loves Tammy. I mean, I know Deb can't even stand by and watch her son treat this girl this way, you know, so I'm interested in wondering how she feels. But yeah, y'all, that's it. It's a wrap on all them relationships I just gave y'all. It's Gilbert versus Laura. I'm so tired of talking about these two. I don't have nothing else to say about it. Yes, I know that Gilbert said fuck them kids. Yes, I know Laura Govan had leaked these emails and different things to the blogs and the radio shows, one being the Breakfast Club, saying that she got an STD from Gilbert. Yes, they've been going back and forth, fighting crazy. After every case, Gilbert has to get on Instagram and put out this whole long speech and essay about how he's won and what she's done. Okay, even talked about the fact that her own damn daddy can't stand her, and the only reason why he deals with her is because she's his daughter. Okay, he puts all this out there. Laura goes out and says and does whatever she has to say and do. Look, I'm sick of them. The only person that I feel sorry for in that situation are them kids. Them kids are going to be fucked up because Laura obviously is not the best mother, and Gilbert obviously is crazy. He won't let shit go. She won't let shit go. Nobody seems to be thinking about the betterment of their children, because if you were, you would get off of social media and you would tend to your kids. Okay, so all of this that we know about, we shouldn't even know all of this about their lives. Neither one of them. So that's when you know you got two of the same similar type of personalities you put together. You know how I always say that sometimes you get with a motherfucker, you love them to death, but they bring out the worst in you. Okay, well, these two obviously are those type. They bring out the worst of each other. They just need to leave each other alone, but see, they can't because they tied together. They have 4 fucking kids together, and the kids are going to suffer the most. That's all I care about. I'm sick of Gilbert. I'm sick of Laura. I don't want to talk about them no more. Braco the Don, he is suing Future for unpaid earnings. Evidently, back in 2010, 2011, okay, Future had some mixtapes. Well, before that, he had some mixtapes that he had done with Braco the Don, who they're saying is his cousin. I don't know if he really is his cousin or if he's his play cousin, but they were like family, very close, very, you know, they were friends or family that worked together. He had a couple of hits with Braco the Don. Then in 2011, Future signed a contract to do 6 albums under Braco the Don's label, A1 Recordings. So that was all set in place. Epic Records was supposed to be the distributor for those albums, and that was all set. Well, evidently, Epic decided to do a side deal with Future, and they advanced him millions of dollars. They gave him a multi-million-dollar contract, and that cut Braco out of his earnings that he would have gotten, you know, that he would have gotten with Future. You guys know Future is very successful as a rap artist, but Braco now being cut kind of as the middleman means that he doesn't get 25% of the commission from the deal, the original deal that Future had with Rocko, and he's also saying that he's 20% earnings that he would have gotten from, you know, endorsements and concerts and things like that. He's saying all of that, nigga, fuck you, pay me, okay, to the tune of $10 million. And absolutely, I agree that Rocko the Don should sue him. People were saying that really he should sue Epic, but my thing is, Epic still did what they were going to do. They already paid their money, okay? It was either going to be through the distribution or it was going to be through this contract with Future. And that Future made the decision to go along with Epic and cut Rocko out of the deal. So I'm kind of feeling like, you know, and all my lawyers out there, if I'm wrong, y'all correct me. But I'm feeling like, yeah, Future is the one that pocketed the money. Epic is like, we didn't already spend the money. Okay, so you need to go get the money from Future. Because Future knew what he was doing, but Epic knew what he was doing too. But I guess this is all in business, right? Well, Future, okay, he gets on Twitter and, you know, he's just like chastising Rocko, you know, that he's supposed to be a street dude. You know, a street nigga goes to the courthouse. You know, how did it feel to sign those papers? Got him out there looking like a damn baby mama. And Rocko simply said, I have not been in the courthouse in years. That's what lawyers are for. Somebody told me a long time ago to let the lawyers handle it, and that's what I'm doing. Very simple. You ain't got to get into no back and forth nigga shit with Future, because I don't really know what Future is expecting this man to do. This ain't no few dollars. His last album, Future's last album, just went platinum. Okay, so Rocko is out of a lot of money. Chances are that all of that he got with Epic, he could have got with Rocko. You know, so it was kind of shady of Future. I guess he was trying to pocket more money for himself. Okay, but in the long run, I think Rocko deserves something. I don't know if it's $10 million, if it should be more, if it should be less. I have a feeling they're going to settle eventually. But, you know, Future trying to say this whole street nigga thing, like, okay, well, if you got the money in your pocket, then give it to me. If you ain't got it like that, then we got to go to court. Okay, this is business. All right, so that Future, he is for real an asshole. I think that is definitely established. Rocko, hold your head up, bro. I hope you get your money. You deserve it. Guys, Monday night was the CFDA Awards, and Beyonce was presented with the Fashion Icon of 2016 award. Fashion designer Diane von Furstenberg, you know, presented her with the award, and Beyonce got up there in a beautiful Givenchy pinstripe suit with her huge ass formation / Future hat, and she went on to give her speech about, you know, 4 country girls who couldn't get any designers to clothe them, how her mother and her grandmother were seamstress, and, you know, her mother made all of their clothes, which we all very clear on when you look at their old pictures, and how far she's come. She went on to say that beauty is your soul, you know, that designers need to look inside to, you know, see how beautiful a person is, you know, so she gave us all that, y'all. And I want to say good for Beyonce. Fashion icon is Beyonce's year. It's always Beyonce's year, but definitely this year is Beyonce's year with Lemonade and the Formation Tour, and, you know, so everybody is all Beyonce, Beyonce, Beyonce. Do I think of Beyonce as a fashion icon? No, I don't. Okay, sure, on her tour, she wears very fashionable, iconic, spectacular designer leotards. I mean, that's all the fuck she wears, and they are beautiful. And I know that the designers have put a lot into her, you know, her costume wear and everything. But just in general, on a day-to-day, when I see Beyonce, you know, when she's just chilling out and about on the streets, you know, with her husband or kid, you know, whatever. No, I don't think of Beyonce as this fashion icon. I can think of a lot of people that I think is more fashionable than her. I think Rihanna is more fashionable than her. I think J-Lo is more fashionable than her. I think Ciara is way more fashionable than her. Okay, so yeah, there are others, but it's Beyonce's year, and that's why they gave it to her. Yeah, congratulations to Beyonce. But do you guys think that she's a fashion icon? Would you give her that title? Rest in peace to Kevin Ferguson, better known as Kimbo Slice. He is the street fighter who gained popularity by walking up to people and offering them $100 that he could knock them out in one hit. Okay, he went on to become a mixed martial artist, got very popular in that arena. They said that he had some issues with anabolic steroids and elevated testosterone, and that had wreaked havoc on his heart. He was in need of a heart transplant, and he had been told that recently. They said that June 3rd he wasn't feeling well. He went into the hospital. He was nauseous. He had stomach pain. They thought that he was doing better, and then he took a turn for the worse, and he ended up dying 2 days later. Kimbo Slice, he was 42 years old. Rest in peace to Kimbo Slice. BET has announced the folks that will be participating in the Prince tribute. Okay, they said Janelle Monáe, D'Angelo, Sheila E., and the hip-hop band The Roots will be in charge of the tribute. So very good, guys. I can do without Janelle Monáe. Okay, that's the only one that kind of, I love Janelle Monáe, but all that hopping around and jumping around is like not the same to me. Okay, but I'm good with the lineup. I'm good with the lineup. Hopefully it will turn out well. Cleveland is finally acting like they want to win a fucking championship. Okay, in game 3 yesterday on their home court, they were able to win their first game. Okay, so now it is Warriors 2, Cleveland 1. They better have won that. If they would have lost that game yesterday, it was going to be a wrap. Not only did they win, they beat the hell out of the Warriors. So that lets you know that home court advantage really does make a difference. They sure enough better win this next game though, because I believe after this next game it'll be one more in Oakland, then it goes back to Cleveland, and then game 7, if it goes to game 7, will be in Oakland. Okay, so not an ideal place to be. All right, they should have really tried to win one out there in Oakland. I mean, I'm sure they tried, but yeah, congratulations to Cleveland though, because child, we was ready to write them off. But I mean, whatever, you guys. It's a game. These two teams want to win. Hopefully the best team will win. I don't even care, because it ain't the Lakers. So I gives a fuck about who wins that damn championship. Divorces, you guys. Amber and Wiz Khalifa, their divorce was finally finalized. Okay, she gets $1 million, and they say that Wiz has already paid 1/3 of that to her. Then she is also to get about $15,000 a month in child support. Okay, and Amber seems to be very happy with that settlement. Fuck, I would be very happy with that settlement too. Wiz Khalifa seems to be very happy with that settlement. The baby, Sebastian, is the most important thing here, and obviously Sebastian will be taken care of very well. So I guess even though it's a divorce, I'm gonna say congratulations to Amber. Another divorce that was finalized was Toya in Memphis. And hold on here. Let me pull up the settlement on Toya in Memphis. Here it is. It says here that Toya ain't got shit. Y'all, poor Toya. Well, I tell you, break up from somebody and you ain't got shit to show for it, okay? Some old glue chip diamonds in a ring that you can't get no money off of, and some damn cars that then depreciated, some fucking Jacob the Jeweler watches that don't nobody damn want. I said, girl, you didn't come out on top on that one. You need to get with Amber and Derek Fisher wife now. But Toya seems like she's happy. She's a beautiful girl. I'm sure she's gonna meet some. Plus, Toya still got Lil Wayne money, even though that little girl getting older. That girl's the same age as Joe. They used to be in the school together. So, I'm just like, you got but one more year left, Toya, then you're going to have to come up with something else. And then lastly, Miss USA, Deshauna Barber. She was representing the District of Columbia, and she won. I said, sisters are doing it for themselves, you guys. They say that she is an Army Reserve officer and an IT analyst. And she's hoping to use her Miss USA platform to further the cause and the fight for veterans who come back from war and suffer from, health issues such as PTSD. So good for Deshauna Barber. She's a beautiful black girl. So I'm glad that she was able to win and that she represents the United States of America. She will be representing the U.S. in the Miss Universe pageant coming later this year, sometime around December. So, all right, girl, we're going to give her the fist pump of righteousness too, y'all. Y'all going to get this black girl magic. That's what you going to do. All right, you guys, so that's it. We do this every single week. Make sure that you rate, comment, and subscribe, and make sure you come back. Till next time, rock stars. Bye.